Piktochart! Woohoo! I'm Josh Crafton. I'm the founder of Clever Zeboed, conversion optimization, online marketing consulting firm. We do it all. We just love to help businesses do a better job converting people, raising conversion rates, revenue, you name it. We'll look at the whole funnel, the beginning, the middle, the end. I want to Zebify your conversion funnel, so I'm just going to jump right in. And all right, here are the 3 reasons you should keep listening. Number 1, I'm going to show you how to radically improve new user signups. 2, I'm going to show you how to get your users way more engaged and making more Piktocharts. Number 3, I'm going to show you some ways to stay in better touch with former Piktochartians. By the way, we are a customer. We love you guys. We use you. You've been an incredible help to our business. Thank you. We want to give a little something back. And if it's helpful, we'd love to get on the phone with you, maybe think together if there can be a project. But let me first give you some ideas. Okay, so here's the first thing. Here's where I want to start. So, there's some good information on your homepage, and then I come back down to the Pikto fun facts, and it was actually my business partner, Igor, who pointed this out. So it's great, 900,000 infographics created. Awesome. It's obviously you're one of the leaders. You're a hub of helping people create infographics. Number of themes, you're creating lots of themes, already 120. That's more probably than pretty much anyone could use. Here's where things got here's where our eyebrows were raised, or really Igor's. The number of users is 500,000. So 500,000 users, 900,000 infographics. What's the marketing problem? That's what Igor said to me. What's the marketing problem? Well, the problem is you're getting the users, but they're not necessarily creating lots of infographics. I believe that pretty much every business needs to create a bunch of infographics. Emails, long written articles, who needs that stuff? We need infographics. So 1 to 2 per isn't enough. We should double or triple that. Here are some ways. All right. Here's where I want to start. I just want to start at the top of the funnel, or at least the top of the on-site funnel. The way currently you guys get people in is they can either create for free or they can try it for free. And I actually already went through the sign-up process. And you know what? I should log out because I need to show you that. But then I come to this screen. And here's the sign-in page. Here's the create an account page. Great. Okay, so a few things on your sign-in process. Number 1, you could really slim down this page. I love the social sign-in with Facebook, sign in with Google. But why do you need username, password, and password confirmation? Why don't you just do email address? Simplify it down. What I've found is that when you remove fields from the sign-up process, you get multiple percentage points improvement in conversion rates. It's just the way it works. Now, you might make the argument, well, but aren't those people not going to be engaged or not going to do much? Maybe, but in my experience, the goal is you just want to keep moving them through the funnel. Move them through the funnel. Let's worry about that problem of the people who maybe aren't totally engaged yet. Let's worry about that problem. You have it regardless. One other thought for this page, I love how you say sign up in 15 seconds, no credit card required. We might want to do some testing on some other language. Oh, that's the other thing. All of my recommendations, they're just A/B testing recommendations, things we're going to test. So we might want to do some other language. We might want to talk about the kinds of Piktocharts you can create, the things people are saying about Piktochart, how their information is safe and secure, things like that. Here's the more important point, though. I want to get back to your homepage. I'm at Piktochart.com. Here's what I'd love to see you guys do. All right, I think this is like a multi-million-dollar idea. I'd love for you to prove me wrong. I'd love for you to run this test and prove me wrong. How cool would it be if from here, you just get me into magic.piktochart.com? I just go and create for free. We don't even need to collect the email address, right? So we come here, and now let me sign in with Google. And give it 1 second, guys. We're going to magic.piktochart.com. And why don't we just bring me right to this screen? Why even bother with the sign-up process and collecting the email address? On the home page, if you want, you can also do a pop-up. You could potentially work in putting your email address in. But I think we should just get people right into magic.piktochart.com, test that out, and see what happens. And when they actually want to create their Piktochart, right, when they want to save it or finalize it, then you get their contact information, right? So we think about a conversion funnel, we're going to get so many more people in. Here are some things, though, that I want to try on this page. Okay, first is How to use Piktochart video tutorial, view sample infographic, frequently asked questions. Are these really the things we want them to do first? I mean, isn't it really this choose a category part that's the important one? Like, we want them to go and figure out. Now, I think we need to talk about the categories in a second. It's really more the themes, right? We want them to pick their theme and start creating their Piktochart. So test number 1, let's just remove all of this stuff in the box. Welcome to Piktochart. Now, is it really welcome to Piktochart, or can't we have a better headline here? Create an infographic that will revolutionize your business. Maybe rather than having them filter by category, why don't we have them filter by the way that they can actually use the infographic? Maybe it's for an annual report. Maybe it's for a marketing document. Maybe it's a sales piece. Maybe it's a classroom aid. Maybe it's for charitable. I noticed in pricing that you have stuff about schools and charity. I'm assuming they're important demographics. But category is tough, right? Well, is this the category of their business, of their audience's business? Is this the kind of theme they're looking for? I think we could test into some other ways of displaying the information. Also, I don't know if you've already, and I noticed that you guys are running on the homepage. I noticed you are running some tests, so I know you're doing testing, but I think this is some more, there's testing that goes and shows incremental improvement, and then there's the big kinds of conversion funnel work that like massively change the numbers game. So I click here, and now I'm looking at this document. I'm like, well, what do? I click on it. It doesn't go anywhere. I'm clicking. So all I can do is close, and I'm like, And I remember the first time I used Piktochart, I actually spent like 30 seconds and trying to figure out what to do. And then I realized, okay, I need to pick theme. And then I pick the theme. And now I come into the editor. But again, what I'm saying basically is that assume it's the user's first time, they get into the editor, they go to save or publish, so I guess it would be publish or save, and then you get their email address. Guaranteeing you guys, it's going to be, you're going to end up getting more peeps going in. It's going to be better engagement. At least test it, please. The other thing I would like to do is, you have this video tutorial, good idea. I don't know how many people actually click on a video tutorial button. I think these days people are really trained to actually see a video. So let's see that intro video and then either category or the idea I was talking about. I also think, why don't we lead with design? So obviously I think that we should, when I click the design, I should go through. I'm not even sure about this like pick theme button under here. That could actually be integrated into these. If you want to keep it, that's fine. But why don't we just try leading with the different designs? Another derivative idea I had on that is that you have, what did you say? You have 900,000 Piktocharts. So why don't we show which are the most popular, which have been used the most frequently? Let's show some kind of social data. Maybe people could vote them up and down. I know I'm getting a little crazy now, but I think you could give some more information about you could even just give information like on a mouse over. Why don't you say like what it's typically used for, what kind of data sets it's right for, what kind of industry, et cetera, et cetera. The other thing, yeah, good. So, I don't know if this GoPro, I don't know if it's time for the GoPro. Maybe it is, maybe it's time. I guess you lead with these themes. It could be that there's a simple button that's just, see more themes, but definitely I want to fill up these themes, get them all up on this page. All right, here's the other thing that was kind of like, whoa, what is going on here? Now, maybe we did something wrong, but 3 different people in my company, Igor, Jacob, and myself, we all created an account, and what we found, and I guess I need to bring over my email here. Let me show you my email. So what we found, it looks like Igor had gotten a welcome message. That was good. I eventually got a welcome message. It was from one of the co-founders. It does, you know what? I didn't put it in my box. It came like 10 minutes late. The welcome email came 10 minutes late. And then what we found is that basically, I'll show you one more thing. Igor looked through and he got a Christmas email. Let's see when that came. So it looks like Wednesday, September 12th, 2012, you guys sent Igor something about if Christmas came early, and we haven't gotten any nurture emails since then. I'd love to see from you guys an entire nurture campaign. And again, nurture doesn't have to be spam or bugging people or anything like that. The idea is to give them what they need, give them the kind of information they want. How could you do that? Well, how about if someone doesn't publish, now, Right. And you're going to say, oh, well, Josh, didn't you just say they're only going to collect the email address when they publish? We can do it on a save, okay? Only when they want to save, or we have a pop-up that happens at some point as they're creating the Piktochart. We get their email address. Let's say they don't publish or they don't share it socially. Let's say 24 hours go by, 2 days go by. Let's bug them. Let's remind them. Did they finish? Do you want to share it? Get it out there. Maybe even something about how one of your experts can give them an opinion. It could be something where there's some kind of contest where if people enter, a certain number of people are going to go and get feedback. Maybe even bring in some third-party partners like my firm who can give people feedback for some kind of minimal fee. I think that there's all sorts of timing things that go on here. Well, what if someone hasn't logged in for 90 days? Shouldn't they get an email? Or let's say someone has incomplete Piktocharts in there. Let's say they have 10, and they've only published one. I think there are all of these different scenarios. The point is, you guys need a marketing automation program. You need a lead nurture program. Trust me, when we've put one in place for companies, startups, mature companies, it just changes the game. For one of my early, really the first Clever Zeboed client when I was back in my contractor days, company that's now just totally rip-roaring, leader in the pack in its industry, making huge amounts of money. And what we found is just by putting in a lead nurture program, a really simple one, not doing any of the testing, not even getting it right, it was like we added another day of revenue. Boom, right there. Just another day of revenue. Some other quick things, and then I'm going to wrap up. I like these little guys. They're cute. I wouldn't mind if they sort of persisted through the experience, but that's more of a branding exercise, and I'm not trying to bring you through a branding exercise right now. But it's like really dark, right? This text is dark, and then I try to get that phone number, and it's kind of hard to grab. And I see this guy, and I'm trying to get down here. The text is hard. I can't click the link. So I think if you want people to call you, why don't you put that number right up here, big and loud? If you want people to build an infographic quickly, click now. And here's what Igor saw, and this is how we knew that you guys are actually A/B testing. Igor saw that when he looked at the rightmost icon, there was a money back guarantee in 60 days. By the way, guys, money back guarantee in 60 days, that's amazing. That should be all over this homepage. I want it everywhere. Oh my God. Another thing, by the way, when you do the marketing automation program, make sure that people can just get right into their Piktochart. One of the things that's always been so frustrating to me is you get an email and then you need to remember your password. Oh, the other thing to do is when you are slimming down your forms, if you're going to keep doing you have to do the forms. I really recommend that you assign someone a password and then let them change it themselves. You can have them create the password if you want, but it's not necessary. And I'd love to really see how that slimmed down approach works. But these two guys, right, the calls to action, we need to make them big, need to get them in there. I'm sure you guys have tested Create for free. That's good. I'd love to see, it's a little distracting what's going on in the background. It sort of takes my eyes away from the main pictographics. I'd love to just have some key benefits of why do I want to create infographics? What do they do for my business? Who are they right for? What's the value? And you talk about the easy to use, great. Love to see benefits. You talk about the powerful editor, excellent. By the way, I love your Pikto fun facts. I'm not criticizing the fact that you do those, and in some ways, I don't want to negatively incentivize you. It's great that you're being transparent. All I'm trying to say is that there's an opportunity. Final thing, newsletter sign up, subscribe your email, enter email, submit. We could do a lot better job on the copy. Submit, let's do it something specific, sign up. What are they going to get if they subscribe? I still haven't gotten any of those emails, so it's not clear. Maybe it's not really a big focus of yours. I think it should be. Oh my God. Okay, Piktochart. I'm a huge fan. I hope this has been in some way, I hope this has been helpful. I'm Josh Craftian. I'm the founder of Clever Zeboed. I'd really just love, maybe just tweet at me. I'm going to tweet this at you guys, Google Plus it at you. Maybe just hit me back. Let me know if it's helpful. I'd love to see you go implement some of these ideas. If they work, all I ask is you hire us. If we can be helpful actually pushing this through and helping you prioritize, I just gave everything to you really rapid fire over a video. But let us know, we're willing to put in the work. We want to come in and team up with you. We think you guys are great. We think you can be a really lasting company, make a bunch of money. But there are a few things that need to be adjusted. All right, Josh Craft, and I'm out. Thanks. Bye.